What's up, you guys? Welcome back to the Feezy-built channel. Today is a little bit different. Like I've been talking about, we're going to go over the turbo setup and a little bit more over the engine setup in itself. For all the new subscribers and people that don't know, we run a LS non-VTEC block that is built. It has eagle rods, Acrylo pistons, an epoxy block fill. It's been balanced, machined, yada yada yada. But in order to even have that thing make power, we have to have the right parts. So today is actually pretty cool because I personally been waiting for this for a while. But our freaking turbo came in. I'm super stoked on it. Still haven't even opened it. I've been waiting for you guys. I've opened the box. I have seen it, but I have not got the chance to actually open the packaging and see what's in here. So this is like a max power turbo. It's like the same turbo that the Boosted Boys run. It's a little bit different. It has like an anti-surge housing, and I bought a bigger exhaust housing. I believe they did send it in 2 pieces, so I need to actually check out the exhaust housing. Man. Yeah. Billet wheel, ceramic dual ball bearing, 3582R. Everything looks pretty standard. Nothing too crazy, but I am super stoked. It's the first ball bearing turbo I've ever owned in my life. Sorry, I gotta hold the main cap on. But yeah, as you guys can see, pretty happy. You got the little main cap for the bearings in here. That's what that first sound was. You gotta have the exhaust inductor on there to hold that together, but free spinner. That's the first part. That's the big part, right? That's what makes all the power. I'm super stoked on that, but you have to have an exhaust housing. And then onto the exhaust housing. Like I said, I'm pretty sure that it's the 82. I'm not positive though. It could be the 102, which is a little bit bigger, which will help us out. But they really got this thing wrapped up. I don't even know. But it is a V-band, so it's not a 4-bolt. That's why I think it is, you know. Naturally just rust the heck out of this, but I'm gonna try not to touch it. There's our exhaust housing. There's the V-band, and it is an 82. So I'm touching this thing like crazy. It is what it is. It'll all burn off when it gets hot, right, guys? Alright, so now that the turbo and all that is out of the way, that brings us to this bad B. Some of you guys could probably already guess what's in there. I haven't seen a bunch of this stuff in months. So you see it's already been opened. Gasket, proper gasket once again, and the proper turbo gasket. Hold on, wait a minute. Use a sock as a glove here. So, that was a heavy unit. There's our 1320 top mount, 44 millimeter wastegate, V-band. You can see the port work. I don't know if you guys can see it. The lighting's probably not the best, but it's all been ported, opened up. None of the old welding marks are there. And like I said, I mean, this thing's probably 20 something pounds. It is bulky unit. That is our turbo manifold. Super stoked on that. I've always ran really cheap knockoff turbo manifolds that crack. I'm gonna support this one in hopes that it doesn't crack. So, got the turbo manifold. That brings us to our wastegate. This is an excess power billet house, 44 millimeter wastegate, V-band on both sides. Nothing too crazy. I think this was like $100. You know, if you're like, oh, I should be running name brand. I've never ran name brand. Nexus is actually pretty good. I think they gave us like a 10 or a 14 pound spring. It's pretty heavy, I'm not sure. Probably something that we won't use though. That brings us down to our fuel pump here. You got the proper connections and stuff to actually wire it in. And a 450 Waldro that is E85 compatible. If you guys don't know, I'm running a fuel cell, so I'm probably going to do dual Waldros. That's coming in the future. I just don't want to have any kind of shortage of fuel. We are aiming for like 600-700 horsepower range, and you know, if we run out of fuel, that would be a problem. So there's one of our fuel pumps for now. While we're still on fuel, we have our Bosch 2200 cc injectors. Get it out of there. These little guys, pretty crazy how small they are. You have to run a adapter for the top hat of these to actually put them in a Honda fuel rail. But there's that guy. Let's see if I can find. There's the actual laser cut of the Bosch. There's the numbers. Genuine Bosch 2200s. That should be plenty of fuel for what we're trying to do. I mean, 2200s, that's literally, it's twice the amount of fuel that I was pumping when I made 300 horsepower, and I did that on 50% work duty. And while we're there to regulate and boost, we have our Mac. I think this is a 3-port or 4-port. This is a 4-port Mac. And we have boost by gear in our Honda and all that, so we can control all the boost properly. The 4 ports are a little bit finicky, but my tuner likes them, so that's what we're running. Usually we'd go with the 3-port, but it's big boy stuff, so 4-port. Got oil pan gasket. We got the only head gasket that we run, clearly already open, JE Pro Seal. I think this one might be like a half mil over 82, or it might be dead nuts on 82. I can't remember. I was having issues getting this head gasket at the time. It was like right when all this stuff started happening and shipping and everything was just weird. Yeah, 82 millimeter right on this. Then that comes down to something I haven't seen this guy in months. I think I pulled it out once and I put it back. It's our 3-inch cord intercooler. This guy is supposedly capable of around 700 horsepower. We're about to find out. I have no idea. Another thing that's kind of just on the cheaper side, you can see like the machining and everything. They never polished the top. The welds are shabby at best, but we'll see. I mean, I bought it a while ago. This is a $70 intercooler, and if it can hold the power, I ain't mad at it, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's real squishy. Let me tell you what. I think, oh yeah. And then that brings us down to what some of you guys already see. Here's some catch can fittings for the back of the block. But then we just got our basic ARP headstuds, guys. I'm just gonna run these for the break-in, and then, you know, if we have any issues or head gasket failure or anything we need to find out, we're not, you know, retorquing and torquing down a set of L19s, which I'm not super overly worried about, but I don't want to find out the hard way. So that's pretty much it, guys, on the turbo setup. I'll probably do like a quick clip of all of it sitting here on the table together so you can see it collectively. But yeah, got a big mess I got to clean up. But for the motor, a little bit different. This one, yet again, I haven't seen in a couple months. It's just been kind of hiding back here, bagged up. Sorry if the lighting's not very good. Let's see what it looks like. Yeah, the lighting's horrible, but you know what? I'm just gonna leave this one on you guys. I'm gonna put it right here, a little link that connects you guys to where the I built the engine. It's pretty basic. It's a Carrillo 10-to-1 compression ratio, 82 millimeter piston. It has Eagle rods, 900 horsepower HBM rated, king bearings, stock LS crank that's been balanced. It's been micro polished. Just went through all the works. The block has been decked to the very minimal amount just to get it smooth. It has a Chris Boyette epoxy block fill in it. I think that's really it. There's not a whole lot done to the block. It's just your basic setup for making power. I mean, the head is where most of the work has been done. And I have a B16B head that's been port and polished. It is an equal port, so it flows really good. It has Ferrera 6000 series valves, Skunk 2 Alpha springs and retainers, so it's got the titanium retainers. It has SuperTech valve seals, Skunk 2 LMA deletes, Skunk 2 Tuner 1 cams, and Skunk 2 Pro manifold, 70 millimeter throttle body, AM fuel rail, You know, it's got all the works. It's got everything that we really need to make the power I want to. The only big holdup that we're having right now is the clutch. So I'm in works with Action, and I think they're gonna help me out, give me a 20% discount, which is gonna help massively, get me in the right direction. And after we get the twin disc, it can all be assembled. The engine bay is already painted, so we can get it in the car, we can break it in, we can tune it, and I am so excited to finally drive this car, guys. I've been working for years on this thing, trying to get it ready. The last 2 years have been, you know, in particular, the cars really went through a complete overhaul. So I just wanted to give you guys a quick update and catch up the new subscribers on what we're actually getting at, what the build is, what the turbo set is. You know, this is real deal stuff, guys. It's nothing that I'm like actually like playing around. I really do this stuff, and this next season you guys are going to see what we do, and hopefully I get to see a lot of you at the track. So if you like the video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and as always, I'll see you at the next one.